Globex Racing Paints, delivering awesome custom racing paints for your iRacing car or team, specializing in open wheel formulas like the IndyCar, Indy Pro, and USF 2000s. Let us work our magic on your sprint car, Outlaw, NASCAR, or any car you want to stand out. Additional services include logo design, custom helmets, suits, and graphics. Message us on Facebook at Globex Racing Paints to discuss your project today. Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready for something new tonight in what could be the USRC's biggest season ever. Now, I know NASCAR has that slogan of best season ever. Well, I'm going to kind of switch it up a little bit and go with biggest season ever. We bring in Xfinity cars. We get rid of the trucks, and we bring in a title sponsor as we welcome you tonight to what could be one of the biggest races that we've had at USRC tonight. A huge field of 29 cars, if not more, still yet to grid as we get ready to go racing at the Great American Speedway. As we welcome you in tonight, race number 1 of the Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series. It's the Texas 120 here at the Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready for 120 laps of racing right now as they get ready to wrap up practice here in 2 minutes. 65 degrees on the in the ambient, 81 on track. Going to be a fun race. Right now they're practicing under the bright sunlight, but here in about 2 minutes it is going to switch to nighttime and the lights are going to come on, and we will move up about to roughly 3 hours in time, and they will go racing around this mile-and-a-half super speedway. Going to be a very fun race. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you tonight to something new as we broadcast live, as always, from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth. We appreciate LMC Gear being a part of the broadcast. Also, make sure you check them out, LMCgear.com, for your motorcycle and camping needs, and going to be a fun place for you to check out, especially for as we get warmer with the weather in the spring and summer. You can go check them out right now. So, We've got a lot of stuff in store for you this evening. What do we have in store is the million-dollar question. Well, let's start with the schedule. There it is right there for this season. Tonight, race number 1, Texas Motor Speedway. And a majority of these races were put together by the drivers. They said, they talked on a survey and said what tracks they like, don't like, what they want to see, not see, so on and so forth. Well, this was put together pretty much on their part. A lot of variety. Next week we go to Dover, Indianapolis the following week, and then we hit a road course. And then we got something new called the Final Four. You'll hear me reference this obviously a lot throughout the next 11 races as we set up for the Final Four. It's almost our version of a chase, except going to be completely different. And that'll be coming in the month of June. So appreciate everybody joining us this evening, and appreciate just everybody just being here. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight, and we're getting ready. Practice should be wrapping up here any minute here. We actually had a little whoopsies on my end. Some reason I set the practice up for 2 hours. Didn't mean to, but they're going to advance the session. Now, one of the new features this season, qualifying's gone. There is no more qualifying, at least for this season. The grid was set last night in a random draw. You might remember the broadcast last night on the stream. It is all set up, and they are going to, you see the ticker right over on the right-hand or left-hand side just moved itself, and they will set up in the way that it was randomly drawn last night for the pole. Michael Steffen is going to be the pole sitter for the race tonight for the Moneymaker Motorsports team, and he will start next to Sam Niederhelm. Now, for drivers who did not show up, which we're going to have about 5 or 6 drivers not here tonight, those drivers will just move up on the grid when it's all over with. Now, we are going to actually work on some things to make it even more creative come next week at Dover, so looking forward to that this evening. So, there you go. Starting lineup going across the top of the screen as everybody grids. They will have an extra couple minutes here to grid because JW is going to talk to them, and so it's going to be a couple extra minutes. Usually you have 2 minutes to grid. We've actually extended it out to 5 so that they can talk and go over all the rules because we do have some new people joining us this evening, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be, like I said, I think we're going to have a fantastic race. Last week we ran a practice race at Chicago. All right, we had about this many cars and had all of 1 caution, and it was at lap like 2, and then went green the rest of the way to the finish. It was fantastic. I expect the same thing tonight. If we have some cautions, so be it. It's racing. That's what we have in races is cautions, and we could see it tonight, so that's totally okay. As the grid goes across the screen, 3 sets of tires. That is all they have, and I've been told about 52 to 53 laps is all the drivers can run on a tank of fuel. So if you break that down, 120 minus, we'll say 50, that's 70. 70 minus 50, that's 20. You get it. 3 sets of tires is all you're going to have pretty much to get you to the race in the pits. So it's going to be some tire strategy in play tonight. Drivers are going to have to be smart. They're going to have to save their stuff. And like I said, I think it's going to bring some pretty interesting racing when it is all over with this evening. So you see the lights are on now. Earlier I checked about halfway through practice, and I'm going to bring the weather up on the screen right here. Earlier, the track temp was at 82 degrees, and it was 65 degrees in the air. Look how much track temp has dropped. It is now down from about 4 o'clock race time when they were practicing to 7:30 Texas time. It is 66, so 15 degrees cooler as they get ready to start this race. So that is going to bring more grip to this track, and I think it's going to create some even more challenging racing because that track was pretty slick here earlier this afternoon. So it's going to be definitely a pretty interesting challenge when it's going on. So let me, yep, JW's still talking here. So we actually have the system set up in case there is a, looks like 29 cars going to grid tonight. And one guy who is going to grid tonight, not where he really wants to be, is going to be this guy back here in the 38 car. This is the champion from the Truck Series last season. So we're going to go in, we're actually going to drag him down here real quick and talk to him because I know he's probably excited about this. We'll just have to see. But that, actually, let me mute this chat to do that because so you'll hear JW and you'll hear Thomas Harmon talking to us here as we bring Thomas down here to the broadcast booth. Thomas, obviously this is a season that a lot of guys have actually mentioned they're very excited for. We're running Xfinity cars, and I know you personally have been one that's kind of stressed, hey, let's go back to full fuel. Let's go back to full engine power and stuff like that. We got all that going on tonight as we get on the track here at Texas Motor Speedway. How you feeling?
Not too sure about the starting spot, but about that. Other than that, as long as I can keep the car clean, I feel pretty good that I can work my way up there.
Do you blame Averill for drawing that 19th starting spot?
Oh, no, that was Taylor.
Oh, Tay-Tay. Yeah, that's never good. Tay-Tay. How's the track feel? Obviously, during practice, you a little warmer. It's 15 degrees cooler now as you start this race at night. You expecting more tight, more grip? What are you thinking?
I'm expecting to be a little bit faster, so a little bit more tight. And it's just going to get worse as the night goes on.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, congrats on the championship again in the Truck Series. You get to defend it in a bigger car this time around. But 120 laps, 3 sets of tires. Go get them tonight.
Thanks, sir. Have a good one.
You too, bud. That is Thomas Harmon there joining us, the champion from last season. He also won the All-Star race just a couple of weeks ago. So that is going to be fun. As always, got the stream up and running here, as you know, so you can chat with me. I see 9 viewers right now. We had 17 last night, actually, for the draw, which was amazing. I'm like, wait, I just had more viewers for the draw than I think I had. Well, had for some of the broadcasts I do, which I broadcast almost each and every night. There you go. Car's going to roll out here any minute, and we will get to racing. Now, the Final Four, as they go to roll off here, there goes the pace car. So the Final Four, this is how this sets up. So 11 races, and basically at the end of the 11, the top 10 drivers will move on to what they call the Final Four. So the top 10 will have bonus points from 10 to 1 when the program begins, the Final Four does. So the 10 is for the highest finishing person, the 1 is for the lowest finishing chase guy. When we get to the Final Four, those 10 guys will pretty much move into their own point standings. And those 10 guys will get points determining on how they finish against each other. Not against the field, but each other. So basically the highest finishing chase person will get 10 points. Second highest, 9. All the way down to the worst finishing chase driver at each race will get 1 point. We will run 4 different tracks of different styles. So it will be a super speedway to start with, a road course second, a short track third, intermediate track fourth. And who can score the most points from those 4 tracks will win the championship. That's what it comes down to. So the Final Four should be interesting, I think creative, and we'll see if people like it when it's over with, because as always, we can always change it. 120 laps, 175 miles to make up this race here at Texas Motor Speedway. The lights are on. The field is ready for 15 races of fun and hopefully some great racing. And I think we're going to see that tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Stefan Niederhelm, lead him to the green flag. The season is underway. You are going to see a lot of comers and goers, people that want to be in the back, people who don't want to be in the front, people trying to just be patient. That is kind of what makes this wild with this random grid. Who can run to the front and stay up there? As Niederhelm's going to lead lap 1 with Sam Fontaine second, Dylan Alt to third. We got 2 alts in the race here we got to be careful of. And caution is out. First time we have a wreck over on turn number 1. Cedric Ingram involved. He tows himself to pit road. Let's see what happens. Ryan White also involved. Jonathan Thomas involved. Let's see what happens. Looks like Justin Houston didn't even start on the grid. 4, 5 wide almost. Ralph Fasano went down to the apron just to get away from everybody. Oh, contact. Benedetto and the 62 of Brian White, or not Brian White, Brian Perry. And that brings the caution out. What's going to happen up here at Benedetto? Let's see the 25 car. Ryan Benedetto just didn't turn there in the quad oval, unfortunately. And caution is out. So they do have the reset, so they'll be able to go down there and use it to get that fixed. Unfortunately, some cars going to be a lap down, though. Ryan White going to be stuck on pit road. JT going to get maybe the reset here. 62 going to get a reset. Cedric Ingram, those guys all getting resets here. Not the way that these drivers wanted to start this season, but if anything, this is the way the season started, or the preseason race started. Same thing, we had a wreck early, and then they went green the rest of the way. Now, the only unfortunate news tonight is with the mistake I made in the practice, there's only 2 hours in this race. Usually we do 3 hours. So hopefully they won't have many cautions. They'll get through the full 2 hours here at 120 laps. So they should get a quickie yellow here. Yeah, nobody's a lap down. So Niederhelm will get the lane choice. He'll be able to start once pace car goes off. And go from there. And again, this is the first race of the brand new Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series. If you did not see the commercial beforehand, Sunset Arctic Games is a game creating company run by Dakota DeMed, who might be watching on the stream tonight. Dakota helped create Voltic Pistol, which you could purchase on Steam, and that was the game you saw in the trailer that was playing before the broadcast earlier. If you didn't see it, we will play it here just a little bit again, let you guys see it a couple more times, and so on and so forth. But the winner tonight in each and every race this season will get a hero card, it is called, and then the champion is going to get an animated hero card, and I'll actually show off one here just a little bit from now. The hero card that was created for Justin Gann, who won the Iowa 400 back in November of the Captain Invitational race. So we'll show that off here in just a little bit and go from there. So, but right now we're going to go back racing here at lap number 5 after the first caution out. Now Fontaine's going to bring it back to the green flag. Or I'm sorry, Niederhelm with Fontaine. Dylan Alt there third. Michael Steffen in fourth. And Cameron Ingram, your top 5. Cedric Ingram joins the track. He will be 2 laps down, 3 laps down. So hopefully he can work his way back up here through the field and get some points tonight as Dylan Alt goes to the lead. He is one that some said to watch tonight. Fontaine going to go to second. He's going to bring Cameron Ingram to third with him. Sean Peach in there underneath Sam as he's falling back. Oh, almost clipping the grass is Sean. Michael Steffen settling in the 6th position. How about Thomas Harmon already up 11 spots? How about Justin Laxton started 27th. He's up to 11th already. This kid's flying. How about the random grid? On board with the 93. Wide open through turn 3 and 4. Just a burp of the throttle, basically. Back here, Travis Zillow under attack. Here comes Ben Dunn in the 4 car inside. Got Cody Beatty back there, the Chicagoland preseason winner, and that's 78 looking good. There's Drift. All in passing Kevin Anderson in the 81. He's been one of the free fallers, unfortunately, in this race. Dillon pulling out to about a half-second lead right now on Fontaine. Fastest lap of the race just ran by the last place car. I cannot make that up. Cedric Ingram just ran a 30.01 back there in 29th. He's driving angry probably. Go back here is Drift. 14 underneath the 81 position. And there goes Jake up to the 15th position. Going to bring Dave Rowe. Somebody get that man a sponsor. Dave Rowe and the unsponsored Chevrolet going to the front. See Harmon already moving up. Thomas up to the 5th position. He is up 14 spots along with Bill Alt right behind him. So the cream really quickly going to the front. Or to the top, as they would normally say. On board with the 38 of Thomas. Eight viewers tonight. I'd love to see that number go up, guys. Let's share a little bit, get some viewers in here. I know last night we had 17 watching during the stream, or during the pre-qualifying draw. As Sean Peach and Blackjack going to the front, to the inside. Cameron Ingram in that one, brand new computer I believe he's got. I know he got some new stuff, upgraded a little bit. That's why he wasn't around for the last couple of races of the season. But he is back here and ready to rock and roll tonight. He's got Harmon looking to his inside. Down into turn 1. Now some more changes on the season. The trucks, we had 95% engine power and we had 80% fuel. That is now back to 100. We put everything back to 100%, 100% fuel, 100% engine power in the Xfinity car, or the Grand National cars. I'm going to call them Xfinity a few times, forgive me. So basically they have full fuel and everything in these cars, just like real life. So some saying about 50 to 53 laps on a tank of fuel, which will make it very, very interesting when it comes to pit strategy here. That caution actually might have helped some. Oh, Sean almost got the wall off too. One car does get the wall back there off too. That is Jacobs Ford. And that chrome-looking number 71 Mustang paint. Unfortunately, that Mustang's got a ding in it now. And he's in the wall again, making it worse. Thomas Harmon up to second. The champion from the Truck Series making a run for it here. Harmon said during the pre-race, I wasn't thrilled with the qualifying draw, which was 19th. And here he is up to P2 already in this race, only 18 laps. Bill Olden at number 7 looking to put some pressure on as we ride with him underneath the 1. You see Sean making a move on Fontaine. That's for 4th. Dylan Alden's moved out to about a 1.7 second lead on Thomas Harmon. Peachin about 2.5 back. It's still 27 cars on the lead lap after that one caution on lap number 1. Field getting pretty spread out. Oh, and Sean gets the wall off too. Alt's going to go by and move him up to 3rd. So the Alt family, which in yesterday's pre-race or first practice just ran away with times. Those two were the fastest 2 cars. So turn 2 proven to be Calamity Corner right now. And Michael Steffen, the boss man from the Short Track Super League. The pole sitter fell back to about 8th just to kind of get himself into a rhythm. We do have a couple of teams in this race. Moneymaker Motorsports, that is one you're going to hear me reference a lot. Moneymaker, you got Fontaine, you got Steffen, you got Telder, who's running 12th right now. I mentioned the 25 of Benedetto, who's up to 19th now. He's one of those Moneymaker guys, and Kevin Anderson. So a 5-car team they have in this series. We don't do team points or anything like that. That might be something in the future. But right now, we're not doing that. Let's go back here. Ford starting to fall back as the 4 has gone by. Right behind him now, Sedzillo in that 19, and then Kevin Anderson in the 81. Ford caught that wall a couple times a few laps back, and that has cost him some positions in this race. Now, one car started on pit road, and that was this guy right here, Justin Hughes, in the 41 car. Did not make the start of the race. He is actually up now in the 22nd position. Got that caution in that Monster Energy Toyota, and now is able to work his way up here through the field. And here comes that 19 of Sedzillo, the Portillo's Ford Mustang. Oh, and I think Justin Laxton caught the wall in the 93 car. So turn 2, I believe, is starting to create issues for these cars. They're sliding off these corners. All about saving the tires here. Not even halfway into a fuel run. Oh, and now he catches that apron. That's going to help things. Justin, I talked to him this week. He is actually running Road to Pro. The qualifiers. He's trying to work his way up there, and I know we've been talking a little bit. You're going to see the captain TV helping him out a little bit. We're trying to hook him up and get him what he needs to succeed, and we're all about doing that for people that are good people, and willing to bust their tail out there to be good on the racetrack. We want to help them out, and that's what this is all about tonight, in that getting them a setup or whatever they need to succeed. As Matthew Telder there in that 3 car. He's going to pass the old 93 car. And Dave Rowe there, the unsponsored 22, going to make a move. And Ford is just rocketing backwards, unfortunately. Heavy damage on that 71. He is back now to the 19th position. Not what he wanted to do in his first race of the season. Now, up until last week, or last season, 2 seasons ago, we always started at Daytona. It was just a tradition of ours, just like it was back in the day, or just like for NASCAR. And we made a change to that. 2 seasons ago, we were like, you know what, we need to do something different. So we started, you know what, we went to Texas Motor Speedway last season in Truck Series. It was a very fun race, and I thought it was the perfect setting for a season opener, and that's what brought us back this season. for the Grand National Series here, Sunset Arctic Games. So it's definitely been well worth it here, and I think another great race going on here so far. Here, we're 29 laps in, only the one caution so far. As you see, Beatty inside Sean Peachy, going to bring Drift with him. There's your leader, Dylan Alt, putting a lap on JT in the 32 car. Pretty cool looking Xbox. That's a Toyota I saw. No, it's a Chevy. Sorry, JT. One thing I am hearing on the microphone, which is really cool, is a lot of great communication between the drivers, and that's part of what makes a successful lead. Is when you got drivers actually communicating. Hey, you take me low here. These guys are all giving and taking. They're giving each other plenty of room out here, and that's what makes this fun to broadcast, especially when you go to a track next week like Dover. 1 mile concrete canyons. That's going to be very tricky out there. Get a run on Cody Beatty here. This is for the 8th position. And he'll take that away, so nice job, Drift. Check out the speedometer here on Drift. Slows it down, 147 mile an hour, rolls it back to the throttle. Now 177 and 180 turn 3, but you can get back to the gas real quick here. You'll see the fast part of the track here. .186 down into turn 1. Last week at our exhibition we ran, we had a a competition caution and stuff set up just in case, because we were practicing stage racing just in case. But we actually had a vote with all the drivers this past week, and they said they don't want stage racing. So we said, all right. So we took out the stage racing and stuff, so they're racing straight on, 120 laps. So. And as you see, they're having a blast out here, it looks like. I mean, some drivers obviously with some tough luck early in this race, but you know what? They got the reset. They can get to that first pit stop here probably the next 14 laps or so. And at that point, you get that reset and you're back in the competition again. Dylan Alt has dominated this race so far here in that DM number 42. Dylan, one driver that actually is potentially, I think, could be someone you see in the Coke Series down the road. He's pretty good. Steven Lingerfeld going a lap down there. Steven going all the way down to the apron here. That's going to kill his momentum. Oh, look at this race. 3 wide down the back straightaway here. Stefan was all the way on the apron almost here as he lets Drift go by, and then Cody Beatty's going to go by. I think Stefan is just trying to run a clean race here. Mike, and Mike is one of those guys. He's used to the short tracks, so he's learning these big tracks. As JT in that Xbox Series X car, just minding his business out there, just trying to run laps. Running into 27th position right now. Check on Cameron Ingram here in that one car. I'm not sure exactly what the paint scheme is on this one, but it's a bunch of characters. I'm not sure if there's a title behind it or something. Maybe it's an animated thing or something. And I think we're going to have pit stops here. I just heard somebody calling their way to pit road. We are going to get green flag pit stops right here. And it's going to start with Justin Laxton on pit road. The 93 is in. I think Cody Beatty's coming to pit road in the 78. I heard him call it out. And the pit rules are very strict here. You got to go basically 5 in, 5 out. You cannot go more. There's time penalties in play for something like that, but I don't know if Justin's getting damage fixed. Beatty slides into his empty pit stall there. Right side tires going on. Where's my pit lane thingy? There it is. Yeah, I think Laxton's getting damage fixed there. That's going to kill him. They drift off pit road, so all these guys pitting right about lap 40. So they're cutting this race in threes. Some of these cars are. This is almost a short pit strategy here. Ben Pierce, another driver from the Team Slinger team. That is basically where you see Laxton and Ben Pierce. These guys race for Team Slinger. Ricky Springer and those guys run that team. And over on Wednesday nights, you see them in the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. So those cars all have pitted now. So we'll have to see the difference in time and how much track position they can gain from all this. As you see the 42 of Dylan Alt going to make a move on the U car. Oh, Fasano in the wall. That's not good. Ralph down into the inside wall in that Miami car. And he'll probably get a penalty for that. Here comes Matthew Telder to pit road. Nick Jezebowski on pit road. Here goes Nick pulling out. And Telder in. Now you see those little blue stripes on pit road? That is actually for the Indy cars. When they run here at Texas Motor Speedway. Kevin Anderson on pit road. Michael Benedetto coming in. Also, Jonathan Thomas on pit road. 15-1 for Telder as he pulls away. A lot of the cars coming here at lap 45, so these guys might be splitting it 45-90. 45-30 basically to go to the finish. Benedetto leaves his stall. Here comes Ben Dunn, the 4 on pit road with Travis Sidzillo. And here comes some of the leaders. Bill Alt, Thomas Harmon to pit road. Alt had actually gotten by Harmon for position. Into their stalls. 4 tires and fuel from both. You see the pit times down at the bottom. So basically the first number you see, that is the total delta on pit road. The second number you see, that is their pit time. Caution is out. Oh, caution is out. And it's for Dave Rowe, who has gone to pit road. Dave Rowe involved. And that's going to change a lot of the strategy. We'll have to see what happens to Dave. As these cars going to get stops here, and there's Dave down the back straightaway here. He run out of fuel? No, he couldn't have. He's nowhere near the fuel window. He stops at the bottom of the track, and that triggers the caution flag. Not sure what happened to Dave, but unfortunate deal there. All right, so second caution out on the track here at lap number 49. We will come back and go back green flag racing here in the Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series as you're watching it here on Captain TV. Back at the Great American Speedway, No Limits, Texas. As we get ready for the restart here, and a little bit of chat going on for maybe potentially a delayed green going to be happening here. We are going to have so many wave-around cars that it might not be a bad idea. We'll see what race control is. J.W. Miller, actually, thank you to him, has stepped out of the car. He won this Texas race last season in the trucks. Stepped out and said, you know what, I think it's best we admin this race. So and that's what he's done. And we're looking at right now 14 cars left on the lead lap now from that caution. Oh, pit stop. Oh, hey, look at this, a penalty. On the screen, Ryan White driving through too many pit stalls, and the EOL penalty for the 10. You saw it down there at the bottom of the screen. That's the first time we've got it to work. Not that I'm excited for a penalty, but I've been waiting to see one. All right, so the wave around is going to come around right now. Light's still off on the pace car. It looks like we are going to go racing. Somebody's hit something. So Dylan Alt leads. Cameron Ingram now second. How about Zach Kalinin up to third? You got James Jacobs up to fourth with a new car, and Sean Peach in fifth. Is Alt going to leave him to the green? Here we go. Oh, and Dave Rose going through the grass and spinning, and the caution is out. Something did not go right here. But let's see what transpired. Oh, whoa. Cedric Ingram and Dave make contact, and Dave goes through the grass. Let's see all this again. Let me rewind a little more. So Ralph announced, okay, so basically what happened, looked like the 51 was trying to go to the back. And unfortunately, maybe should have waited to the back straightaway or something to go to the back, especially on a restart in that area. Just a learning situation for Ralph. I will vouch for Ralph and say that dude has gotten so much better. Oh, it sounds like I'm listening to him talk right now on the headset, and he apparently was waiting to get to the back straightaway, so I'm just going to be careful. Be quiet. So the 4-car Ben Dunn going to get the wave around. He'll be 15th now and back on the lead lap. Third caution here, lap 54. Just 6 laps shy of the halfway point. Everybody should still have 2 sets of tires left to work within the pits. We do got some cars coming to pit road here. Some of the lap cars. Ben Pierce, Jezebowski, Laxton, Ryan White on pit road, Kevin Anderson. These guys all coming in. So it has been the Dylan Alt show so far tonight in this 42 Supra. It's looked pretty good. I think he's led all but like the first 6 or 7 laps of this race. Cameron Ingram has gained 10 spots, started 12th up to 2nd. James Jacobs hit the wall early. He's on his 2nd car, basically, when you look at the reset. Was all the way back in 20th at one point. He is now 3rd. Zach Kalinin running in the 4th position. Sam Niederhelm has kept himself consistently up in the top 5. Sean Peachin, he had a kind of damaged car in that 21. I think he got a reset from looking at his right side. Looks like his car's good. and he's running 6th. Brian Perry, good run at 62. He is up to 7th. Bill Alt up there in the 8th position. Bill worked his way up through the field earlier. Right there, Thomas Harmon behind him. Sam Fontaine, your top 10. Check the weather here. You're going to see it pop up on the screen. So track and temp and race temp all still about the same as it was at the beginning of this race. 65 degrees ambient, 67 down on track. Pace car lights are out as we wrap up the 3rd caution of this race. See if they get a little bit smoother of a start here. Going to lead him to the green. Here we go. Oh, and the 71 of Ford goes around back straightaway. And that's going to bring the caution out for the 4th time. So after a long green flag run, a couple of cautions now coming out. This is going to get interesting now with the strategy of stuff. We're just 3 laps shy of halfway here. Wave around should go to Matthew Telder. He'll get back on the lead lap now after that. Let's go back. I think Ford just spins out on the newer tires here or something. He just gets loose. Let's see as they check up to the pace car here. Let's ride with the 71, who is probably saying some things right now in his stream. Gets high. Oh yeah, the back end just comes around. All right, so 4th caution out. We'll step away for a quick second. And, of course, as you know, we're at the lmcgear.com broadcasting booth where we're broadcasting from. And Jim Herrick, a very cool guy who helps run the TI Racing IndyCar series on Monday nights that's broadcasted here on, of course, Captain TV. Well, he's got also this to offer for you. Globex Racing Paints, delivering awesome custom racing paints for your iRacing car or team, specializing in open wheel formulas like the IndyCar, Indy Pro, and USF 2000s. Let us work our magic on your sprint car, Outlaw, NASCAR, or any car you want to stand out. Additional services include logo design, custom helmets, suits, and graphics. Message us on Facebook at Globex Racing Paints to discuss your project today. There we go. Globex Racing Paints. Does a great job on some of the paints. And as a matter of fact, I want to check on something because I do want to give a shout out to the team, the LMC Gear Endurance team. that ran earlier today in the, I think it was Elite Racing 6 hours at the Glen race. And I'm just going to see real quickly, I believe. They were having a great run early. I'm not sure where exactly they finished in this race, but they were doing a great job today. So, I know they were winning at one point. I don't know if they actually won. I don't see anybody celebrating, so I'm going to say no, they didn't. But still a great job today for these guys. And, yeah. So shout out to those LMCgear.com endurance guys. I know we're working on setting up for the 12 hours of Sebring, which is coming up here in 2 weeks. More than likely we'll be running in that race. We're putting it all together right now, finalizing. So we'll let you know. Because there's a chance if I do run in it, I will stream the whole entire show. So Cedric Ingram is back on pit road. And he's spending a lot of time there. He's actually leaving pit road right now, so probably getting some damage fixed maybe from that contact with Dave at the end of the second caution. All right, should get one to go this time by. Dylan Alt going to take the bottom once again with Cedric or Cameron Ingram, the son of Cedric, there in second. As I mentioned, Helena Niederhelm and Bill Alt now up to the 5th position. Diego, is it Sainz or Sainz? I believe it is. I know there's different pronunciations of that name. Diego watching tonight, cheering on Cameron. Appreciate that, Diego. Share, go get your friends, man. Share some more people. Oh, Gary, please let me call you the Hammer. Is that okay? Can I call you the Hammer? Yes, Gary the Hammer Valentine. If you're a big wrestling fan back in the day, Greg the Hammer Valentine, that's why I'm going with that. Gary the Hammer Valentine. That's it. I love it. Go tell your friends, get some family. Let's get the viewer count up. I know usually we can get a good amount of viewers, but each and every Saturday night we're here for the Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series. And here we go. Green flag out. Dylan Alt bringing him to the green. See if they can get back. Oh, Sam's getting loose now. And he saves it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Niederhelm with a glove save it a beauty. Unfortunately, going to lose a ton of momentum, though. Whoa, look out. The 4-car cutting grass up front here. We saw what that did to Dale Jr. a few years ago. Blew his motor up and everything. We got an Andrew fan. I'm trying to see what Andrew's going to race other than Andy Moore. I'm guessing that's who Andrew is. This car's trying to get back into a rhythm a little bit here with these fresher tires. They had a great run earlier. And a caution came out right during the middle. Green flag pit stops. This track getting cooler. Zach Kalinin, fastest lap just now. 29.87 is the first 29s we're seeing all race. This track is getting cooler and darker. And my favorite Houdini song, The Freaks Come Out at Night. That's Cody Beatty to the inside to drift for position. He'll take it. Down into turn 1, the battle on for second. Here comes Helena, and that 74 slides up a little bit, trying to get a run on camera. And meanwhile, Bill Alt, the father of Dylan, he's coming to the front in that 7 car. So we got 16 cars on the lead lap right now. Matthew Telder, the last one. And if you look over on the track map, you'll notice the solid cars that you see, like the 42, the 74, the 38 down the back straightaway, they're solid colored. Those cars are on the lead lap. The cars that you see with the little blue ring around the outside of them, those cars are all a lap down. So just to try to help you with who's running where on the track map and stuff like that. Yeah, Cameron's doing fantastic tonight. He's a good young man right there. Ben Dunn under attack a little bit here from Sam Niederhelm. Sam just made that nice save over turn 1 and go on that restart. Go back and watch the save here. Watch the 60 car. We'll go on board with him, actually. Nice job. And wow, Zach all over the back bumper of the 1. And he's got Bill Alt right there behind him. Zach's trying to get that highlight coming a little bit. Going to be kind of tricky. Unfortunately, none of that PJ1 stuff or jelly or whatever you like to call it. Peanut butter and jelly, I think Noah Gregson called it last year. I think that's going to cost him here in turn 1. He slides up the track. Here comes Bill Alt for 3rd. Bill takes that spot away as we have less than 50 to go. The window's open now for those who want to come back to pit road. They only have 3 sets of tires to use in the pits. Wants this line of cars here as they work their way up here. On board with Michael Steffen, the 669 car. Behind him, Justin Laxton, who's coming. Oh, look out, the 4 car in the wall and more contact. Right there behind him. I think he got out of the way, but the 4, Ben Dunn, caught the wall hard. Everybody, I think, avoids him. I want to check on the Laxton car, who unfortunately is not having a good run tonight at 93. I think he looks like he's okay. He's still got the scratch on the right side. That could have been a lot worse than it was. As Ben now starting to lose position. Brian Perry, who was inside for 12. How about Michael Benedetto there, keeping it alive after the lap 1 accident. Zach Helena has lost 4th, and he is starting to fall back. And here comes Sean Peachin, the 7th place car in the 21. Even though he has no number on his car, I can tell you it's a 21. Blackjack 21 to be exact, looking low on Sam Fontaine. having a hard time keeping that 74 on the bottom. I'm not sure if he's just overdriving the exit or what, but that is going to wear that right front tire out a lot. And pass for second. Bill Alt to the inside of Cameron. And we have an Alt family 1-2. The two cars that dominated practice yesterday have definitely showed their speed. Getting spread out here. Matthew Teller going to make a pass. Let's go back here to this is 15th on Andy Moore. Teller in that moneymaker number 3 and Andy Moore in that cat number 45. Oh, don't do that, Andy. Andy in the wall. So let's check out Dylan here for a second and how calm he looks. It happens. So we got Dylan, and then let's go back here to, how about Cameron Ingram here in third. Now you see Harmon to his inside, and he takes that spot away. How about Cody Beatty back here in this? To the Walt paint there, but he's in a fight back here. Got Helene in there. He's got Drift, Sam Niederhelm. Fantastic race tonight. Only 4 cautions. 3 of them came within about a 10-lap window, unfortunately. But they have settled down and got right back into that rhythm that they had at the beginning of the race. As Drift's going to make the move inside of Cody for the 8th spot. If you're new to the stream, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you coming to watch us. Every week, we are on almost every night. Tomorrow night, we'll actually not be on the air, but then Monday night, you'll see us on for the TI Racing IndyCar Series. There will be a Pocono Raceway this coming Monday night. Should be a fun race at 7:45 Eastern Time. Tuesday night, we won't be on again. We'll take that night off. And then Wednesday night, we'll be back for the Black Horizon Truck Series from the Great Lakes Sim Racing at the Iowa Speedway. That'll be Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, the final night of the Short Track Super League, as they will be running at Bristol and also at, not Bristol, I'm sorry. Bristol will be the second race, the first race at Five Flags. And that will complete the week of racing for the series. So Niederhelm Niederhelm making a move here, and I think we're getting some more pit stops here. Justin Laxton, he is on pit road. Oh, and caution is back out. 5th time. Right in the middle of the start of pit stops again. And it looks like it's for Dave Rowan at 22. Oh, Benedetto pushes up into him. Oh, that was okay. That didn't bring the caution out. And that's going to bring everybody to pit road. Everybody in their pit stalls, and I think we're going to have some... Trying to see if we got 2 tire strategies here and stuff. Nope, I'm seeing 4 on everybody. Dylan Alt's going to win the race on pit road. Bill Alt, Thomas Harmon going to be 3rd. Ingram, Fontaine, everybody pretty much coming out where they came in. And this will get everybody to the finish on fuel. So I mentioned this is the Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series, and Sunset Arctic Games is a video game creating company run by Dakota DeMed. If you haven't seen this trailer, here is the trailer for Voltic Pistol that you can actually purchase on Steam right now. Check this out. Back at Texas Motor Speedway, that game you could purchase right now on Steam. There's actually a link in the race info down underneath the screen you're watching right now on YouTube. You can actually go and click that link and it'll send you right over to the game on Steam, and you could purchase it right now. It is a game created by Dakota DeMed, who races in the TI IndyCar Series. Also somebody I've gotten to know pretty well. He sponsors us, and I should mention really quickly, he also is giving away a prize each and every week. He's going to be making hero cards for the driver who wins each and every race this season. And the champion is actually going to get a animated hero card. And I actually have a picture, as I promised you from earlier today. This here is a picture of Justin Gann's Iowa Speedway winning car from the November Iowa 400 race we ran with the Captain Invitational. As you can kind of see the animation going with it, the smoke off the car, and so on and so forth. The champion will actually get this type of hero card made for them as being the champion of this year's Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series champion. But the winner of the races will get a basic card without the animation and stuff going to them after each week. Now tonight, could it be Dylan Alt? Could it be his father Bill? Could it be Thomas Harmon? How about Cameron Ingram? We shall see here in 30 laps as everybody's been to pit road, got their second set of tires and enough fuel to get to the finish. Here we go. Pace car is in. Here we go. Oh, Harmon's getting loose into one. And he is in the inside wall. Thomas Harmon, the champion from the Truck Series, spins, saves it, but then hits the inside wall. No caution. And another car getting loose over in turn 4 now and spins. Drift is involved. The new tires are biting these cars. And drift is going backwards. The drift's having all types of issues getting going here. Let's see what happens over here in turn 4. Just some wild racing here. As Sean Peachin makes a move to the inside. Yeah, Sam's going to get loose. Drift's going to get clipped and go spinning. I think this is going to turn into a solo spin. That could have been a lot worse. And that's going to bring some of these cars, including Thomas Harmon, to pit road. Darth Plague is making an appearance. I'm thinking the same thing, actually. Let's see. I want to go back. I'm trying to find the accident with... Trying to find the spin. Give me a second here. I'm going to look for it. But Thomas Harmon, the save he made over in turn 1, is 6 caution out. And Chris Evans, oh, that's a bummer, dude. Well, you got 2 drops, worst case scenario, bud. Sorry that happened, though. So this actually goes back here with Kevin Anderson. He's going to get involved in this, too, or a whole nother wreck. You got Laxton going to the apron down here. People going everywhere on this track. Go down to turn 3 on the 81. Gets, oh, netcode into the 03. Oh, and Ralph clobbers him. That actually might have brought the caution out right there. And I still haven't found what happened to... All right, here we go. Here's the 38 getting loose. Right in front of Cam. He's trying to clips the inside wall. Everybody does a nice job saving. And that creates the 3 wide with Peach and his Cameron lost a lot of momentum. Down into turn 3 and 4. And basically what it is these tires are slick at the beginning. They're cold. They're not up to speed. So it causes these cars to get loose. And that's where you're seeing these cautions. They just got to take their time a little bit and let the car come to them and then go with the tire heat. But either way, 6 caution out tonight in a race that's been dominated by the Alt family. And we're just at the 1 hour mark, so we're nowhere near the 2 hour limit, so we won't have to worry about my mistake making us pay for it. So that's going to work out at least. So we have now 22 cars on the lead lap. Nick Jezebowski got the lucky dog there. He's back up to 22nd now. Brian White, the only other car that is 1 lap down. The rest of the cars either 2 or more down. And again, next week we will be at Dover. 150 laps around the Monster Mile. Next Saturday night, 9:45 Eastern Time. And of course, Friday night we'll stream the draw for the qualifying. Who will start where next Sunday at Dover, or next Saturday night at Dover, sorry. All right, here we go. Pace car is in. Dylan can take off. Once pace car pulls off, there he goes. And back at it. Sean Peachin inside of Fontaine for position. See if these guys can keep it under him here. Looks like everybody okay off turn 2. Oh, Sean got the apron, got a little loose, able to hold on to her though. And Sean makes the move to 3rd. Back here, Cody Beatty inside of Niederhelm. That is for the 7th spot. How about Ford? There's a comeback right there. The 71 car hit the wall twice in 1 lap, got the car fixed. And here he is now in the 6th position. Thomas Harmon working his way back up through the field here in the 14th position inside the 41 of Justin Hughes. Another comeback of the race right there. Started the race on pit road. Got a caution at lap 1. It helped him stay within the ranks of the lead lap. And has fought his way up into the top 13 as Dylan Altz has ran the fastest lap of the race at a 29.78. Steffen to the inside of Niederhelm. And takes the spot away. Sean Peachin just came over the microphone and said, every time I get close, my eyes start to water. If you look closely on the 7 car, there's onions. It's all onions. Harmon to the inside of here. Oh, look out, Telder. Almost got that wall. Harmon trying to work the high line here. That's not the matter of fact, damage on the 38 in the right rear. I don't know where that came from. Something must have just happened there. These guys are going hard now. 19 laps to go here in Texas. Most, if not all of these guys still have one set of tires left in the pits to use. Oh, Helena got up tight to the wall, and that allows a couple of cars to make moves as Cody Beatty makes a move on Ford for the 6th spot up ahead. Has anybody got anything for the 42 and the 7? Rewind back here to back straightaway. As Laxton is digging hard, trying to get some of these laps back in this race. Sean Peachin up to the 3rd spot there. You got Samuel Fontaine up to 4th. And Cameron Ingram still up there in 5th. And the highest mover in this race up 20 spots is Cody Beatty. And caution is out. We got trouble. And this is going to make things interesting. And I'm not sure where the caution is at. Tell me on the screen where it's at. I will have to find a caution. And I think your tire strategy now going to come into play. And I have no clue still where the caution is. Let's just click yellow flag here on my button and see where it goes to. Oh, wow. Sean into the back of Ralph. I didn't see that. So they're going by the lap car of Ralph Asano. Ralph's not having a good night. And here come the leaders to pit road. This is going to get interesting. Race off pit road. Fontaine going to get it. 2 tires for the 77. We do have a couple cars actually staying out. Oh, the strategies. So Ford is going to stay out. Drift stays out. So Sam Fontaine going to be the first on tires. He takes 2. Ford hasn't been to pit road since lap 87, if I'm seeing this right. Drift hasn't been to pit road since 92. So these guys are going to have 15 or more laps on their tires. And then the fresh tires behind them. Do not spin them. Number 1 goal here. couple cars trying to see if they could get their laps back from the caution, but these cars did not pit because of it. Now there are 2 green-white checkers if needed, or 3, I'm sorry, to get to the finish. What has been, I think, a pretty good race for the most part. Yeah, we've had 7 cautions, but there's been some fantastic racing out here. The strategy has played a big role. Ralph's going to get the wave around, and he'll go on back around and puts the leaders in the front. And we will see 11 laps to go. And again, Monday night, so we'll have TI Racing from Pocono Raceway. TI Racing from Pocono Raceway, the Grublets on Ice IndyCar Series. Monday night, 7:45. Wednesday night, the Great Lakes Sim Racing Black Horizon Truck Series. They'll be at Iowa Speedway. And then Thursday night, Short Track Super League doubleheader from Five Flags Speedway and from Bristol in the Super Late Model and the Tour Mods. And then we'll come back next Saturday night and do it again from Dover in race number 2 of the Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series. All right. Ford and Drift did not pit. They are the front 2. Sam Fontaine on the inside is on 2 tires. The rest of the field, 4 tires as we go back racing at Texas. Both of them get good starts. Oh, and Drift down into Ford and up the track, and Stefan gets turned. Oh, and now Sean gets turned. Whole lot of action here in one corner. And that keeps Ford in the lead. You see the contact there. I think Stefan checks up and Cody runs him over. Oh, Helena gets a piece. Oh, Andy gets a piece. Teller gets a piece. Ingram gets a piece. A whole lot of people getting a piece of that wreck. Let's ride with the 82 here for this start. There's the contact up front. There's the other contact, and here's where it all breaks loose. Ooh, Andy barely clips him. Laxton gets through there. You see Sean getting spun up front there. Unfortunate deal there. You know what, though? This is what you get at the end of the race. You're going to get some wild racing. I appreciate the viewers watching tonight. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody coming in and watching. You know, something I was kind of thinking about a little bit ago. 262 subscribers on a stream that started roughly, I want to say back in the May area, maybe April and May of last year. I mean, it's been about 8 or 9 months now I've been streaming. And on YouTube-wise, maybe less than that, maybe 6 months. And for to have that many streamers, that definitely proud about that. So I appreciate everybody who's been a subscriber from 1 to 262. Mr. Chachi! There he is. There's my buddy. All right, so we're going to go back racing here with 6 laps to go. James Jacobs, a.k.a. Ford, leading down there in that 71 car. Remember, he has some, let me do quick math here because I, again, think I've worn this one out growing up in Florida, so I don't know how to do math. 7 laps from 120, that's 113.87. That's, what, 25 laps on his set of tires. Sam Fontaine just pitted, took 2 tires, and then everybody behind him, well, actually, I correct myself, Ford has not pitted and drift right there to his in the 3rd position there. Well, he has no tires either. So the first one on fresh tires is that 7 car, 4 fresh tires. Dylan Alt there in the 5th position. It's been the dominant car, but got shuffled a little bit with that caution, including contact with the 21 there as the caution came out. And here we go, gonna go back racing, 6 to go. Is this it? Oh, little checkup back there mid-pack. Is Bill gonna shoot the middle? He's not gonna do it. Fontaine to the lead. Here comes Cameron Ingram outside 3 wide. Not able to get the grip. Can the 2 tires hold on? Oh, and caution's back out. The 82 has spun in turn 4. Oh, this is getting good. Here. Sean caught the grass trying to pass Telder. The accident's going to happen with the 78 back here, Cody Beatty. Oh, Cody gets in the back of Nick. Oh, look how Nick drills Sean to add to the insult of injury there on the 21, unfortunately. Telder coming to pit road to get tires. So Fontaine leading this thing, looking to get his first USRC victory. Sam, a short track Super League racer, raced over there and has come over and joined us with the Moneymaker team. Sam's a good racer, and he is tough to pass. Not easy at all to pass. So Bill and Dylan, all these guys have a tough task in front of them. Shout out to Justin Laxton. He gets to wave around and is back on the lead lap finally. He's not going to get the finish he wants, but at least on the lead lap, so he's got something to race for here. I mean, look at some of these names up here in the top 10. Justin Hughes is up to 7th. He started the race on pit road. Thomas Harmon's back up to 9th. Ben Dunn is up to 10th. Michael Benedetto was the first caution earlier. He's 11th. Ryan White, he was multiple laps down and involved in that first wreck. He's 14th. Yeah, man. Good to see you, too. I'm good, man. Just been busy working and just doing the streaming thing. Everything's good here, man. Yeah. Sunset Arctic Games has come on board with Dakota DeMed as a sponsor of the series for the Grand National Series. Got some things we're going to give away throughout the season. Every race, a winner is going to get a card, a hero card, and then, of course, the champion's going to get an animated hero card at the end of the season. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, so looks like we are going to have our first green-white checker finish of the season in the first race. Attaboy. What's the beer of choice tonight? If you say Natty Light, you might get blocked from the channel. I'm just going to put that out there. right, so Fontaine leads. Remember, he took 2 tires, but he has control of the restart. He's got Bill Alt in the 7 there in second. He's got his son Dylan there in third. Ford and Drift have no tires, so they're stuck there 4th and 6th. And Cameron Ingram on 4 tires in 5th. So multiple strategies up here and a green-white checker finish. Will they make it back to the white flag? Sam is on the pedal. Here we go. Green-white checker number 1. Oh, there you go. Bill Alt with a run to the inside. He gets loose. Here comes Dylan up the middle. 3 wide down the back straightaway. They're going to make it back to the white flag. Final lap. Fontaine getting loose back there, or Niederhelm, I should say. Dylan Alt has been the dominant driver tonight. He's led the most laps. As he comes off turn 4, he's going to score the victory tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. His first career USRC win. Dylan's doing something I've never seen before. Well, no, I'm sorry. I have seen drifting like this. And oh, by the way, he runs a 29.55 on the last lap of the race. He might have been holding back a little bit. As he drifts, watch out on pit road. There's your unofficial results. The Alt family sweeps 1-2. Sam Fontaine, Cameron Ingram, and Thomas Harmon back to 5th. What a run for him. What a race tonight. Yeah, we saw 9 cautions, but you know what? That was a lot of fun. I know there's going to be unhappy drivers, and that's fine. You're not going to make everybody happy, but this is good stuff right here. We'll step away for a quick second, and we will come back and talk to the drivers here in Victory Lane at Texas Motor Speedway. That is coming up here on Captain TV. Globex Racing Paints, delivering awesome custom racing paints for your iRacing car or team, specializing in open wheel formulas like the IndyCar, Indy Pro, and USF 2000s. Let us work our magic on your sprint car, Outlaw, NASCAR, or any car you want to stand out. Additional services include logo design, custom helmets, suits, and graphics. Message us on Facebook at Globex Racing Paints to discuss your project today. All right, back we are at Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready to talk to the drivers who finished in the top 3, and maybe a couple more. You never know when it's all over with. Let's go get the winner tonight, who gets his first career USRC win here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. And he dominated the race, but it was not easy getting back to the front with the pit strategy and so much more. But Dylan Alt, you've done it. Victory lane is yours. A dominant win for you tonight.
Yeah, it was a fun race, but to the end it was just a caution fest, and all I wanted basically is just to beat my dad. If I didn't win the race, that was fun. I just wanted to beat my dad, and because I know he was going to boast about it if he did beat me. So,
well, we had some green flag runs in there, and came close to a couple times having green flag pit stops in the race. Talk about saving those tires, because obviously you only had 3 sets to work with throughout the night.
yeah, I started P8, so I just tried to get up to the front, and just save tires and kind of run away. And all I knew is that my dad and Thomas Harmon were coming through the field, and that was basically my main competition. I just needed to stay in front of them, and yeah, it kind of worked out all the way.
Well, great job tonight here at Texas, and way to kick it off. I know you and your dad definitely dominated practice yesterday. You guys showed it today.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, great job this evening, and send shout out to whoever you'd like to.
I would just like to shout out Lowline Racing and everyone I was in the call with, like my dad, Ralph, and Ryan Wright, and everyone else. Yeah.
Well, great job tonight, Dylan. Congratulations. You got your first career win in the series. I think you're going to be one tough to beat this season, and we wish you the best, obviously, the rest of the season, and obviously congrats on tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Dylan Alt winning the race tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway. He'll get himself a hero card, by the way, from the great people at Sunset Arctic Games. So let's move Dylan up to where he was, which was driver chat, I believe. And let's see. Is Bill? There's Bill. Let's bring Bill down here to join us this evening. Bill, a great run for him tonight, a second-place run, and he had to do the same thing pretty much his son had to do and work his way up there through the field on that last restart. Bill, that had to be pretty challenging.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was intense. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it was fun going through there like that, though.
Well, you had a little bit tougher challenge than your son did. You had to work your way up through the field, and then you had to try to hold him off and try to pass the 77 at the same time, and you end up almost wrecking the thing off of turn 2. Talk about that last restart.
Yeah, I did not expect him to take it 3 wide there. I should have, but I didn't. And he stuck his nose, and it kind of shocked me. And then I think I hit the apron down there, so it kind of turned me a little bit. I was all, dang it! I just wanted to get past him, and he wants to beat me so bad. I don't know. It's fun. But that was a good race.
I think he was hell bent on passing you, because I think every question I asked him just now, he mentioned you about beating you. So
I don't know why he always does anyway. So I don't know. But yeah, he wants to beat me bad.
Nice. Well, unfortunately, he did get you tonight, but you definitely showed the speed that you two had. I mean, yesterday I was sitting there watching practice. I'm like, man, these two are fast, and I knew that already just from seeing it in previous sessions and stuff. But a great job on both of your part, and congrats, and send shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and yeah, I'd like to shout out my son for helping me. I mean, he got me interested in the iRacing, and he helps me a ton, so I appreciate it. So thank you guys, and thank you for this race, this league. This is something great to be a part of, so I appreciate it.
No sweat, Bill, and good job making everybody cry behind you with the onions.
Thanks.
No sweat, buddy. All right, Bill out there finishing in the second position. There he is. The man I call Gru, Samuel Fontaine, tried to steal the show tonight. Sam with the top 3 finish. You definitely ran hard tonight. You were strong. I mean, you kind of rode a little bit and bought your time, and you take 2 tires on that strategy. Talk about that move and what made you come up with that idea.
It was pretty fun. I decided to do 2 tires because I really wanted to finish top 3, having a chance to finish as much close as I could for a victory. And I really think that those positions in the pit was my best hope for that. And I think it does actually because, of course, on the last restart, like both of those guys like really ran like away from me with their 4 tires, but otherwise, like I think it placed me in a super good spot for the 3rd spot. So pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it was a net gain when it's all over with, and that's all that matters. And you get yourself a top 3 to start the season off, and you get that ball rolling on potentially making it to the final 4 races here later on in the season. Talk about what you learned out there tonight, because obviously it was a different qualifying format with the random draw, so you didn't know where you were going to start until last night, and then you had to kind of plan a little bit and get to what you had to do.
I mean, the planification was we practiced a lot earlier during the race, but because the time of the day was a little bit more, it was a higher temp, so it was way more loose than expected in practice in comparison of the race. So the race was really more tight on long run. The first run was killed me. I had to figure it out in the 2nd and 3rd run to try to take care of my right front tires, because the first one I anticipated the car to be a little more loose. But yeah, I mean, that's mostly it. And otherwise, it's a big track, still learning on those. So yeah, pretty fun.
We did a great job this evening, and congratulations, and send shout out to whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, thank you for the league. All the guys, the admin of USRC, doing a great job. Super clean league. Always like fun racing. You for the broadcast, of course, again. And Moneymakers Motorsport. All the guys were there tonight racing and trying to race bigger track like Texas and trying to have fun.
We did a great job this evening, Sam. Proud of you, man. Keep up the good work, and we will see you on Thursday over at Five Flags in Bristol.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Samuel Fontaine finishes in the 3rd position tonight, and congratulations to him on getting that win, and we will go from there. So, nice job tonight. It was a fun race. I know there's some unhappy people this evening with the wild racing in Texas. There were some cautions. Could have been a lot worse. Let's put it like that. But there was some green flag racing. We came this close from having green flag pit stops. But I think Texas just brings that out of drivers, and that is what we're going to get this season. Dover next week should be interesting, and we will see what happens. But again, this coming Monday night, we'll be back on track at the Pocono Raceway for the TI Racing Grublets on Ice IndyCar Series. So we hope to see you coming up here on Monday night. So with that said, congratulations to Dylan Alt on his first career victory here in the Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series. We'll get him hooked up with a hero card here for the race, but congratulations to him on the victory tonight, and a shout out to all the viewers for watching tonight, all the drivers for showing up, and I'm taking off, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your weekend, and always remember, this isn't just a game, this is iRacing. See ya!
I told myself I wouldn't let